Friday, everyone. I'm Ann Birchard. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we're going to make a gatefold card using the From All of Us stamp set, using the Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I'm going to be using the largest rectangular frame. And let's get started. I'm going to be using my Stamparatus. Set him aside for inspiration there. And I just have some Whisper White. I'm going to ink it up with the Tuxedo Black. I'm going to use the stamp case as a platform to ink up the stamp. It's nice and even. Sorry, I'm jiggling the table. Memento Black ink is great for alcohol markers, like the Stampin' Blends. Give it a little massage. Little more. There we go. All right, we can take this out. Put the Stamparatus aside. And let's get coloring. I'm going to start off with our little bear, and I'm going to be using light soft suede and dark soft suede. So I'm going to start off with the light, and I am just going to color all of him in. And if you heard that, that's my husband. Life happens. And with these alcohol markers, I start with the lighter shade and then go back in with the darker shade to create the shadows. And whenever you have something on top of another or overlapping, that's going to cast a shadow, and that's where you use the darker marker. I'm also going to show you what glazing is. I'm going to use two different colors for his muzzle and his belly. Now once I get the bear done, I'm going to speed it up doing the other little critters, because this is boring watching me color. Like I said, I'll wait till I get done with the bear since he's the biggest. Keep going around. Get his little ear, his other paw. I don't know about you, but making cards just relaxes me. Even if I make a mistake, it's okay. I like this creative outlet because I know when I'm done, I'll be sending off this card as a gift and hoping that the recipient has a big smile on their face when they open up this card. One, because it's not a bill, but it's because I thought of them and I took the time to make a card that I hope that you like. All right, so there's the light. I'm going to come in with the dark Petal Pink, and this is glazing. So I want his muzzle and his belly a little bit different shade than the rest of his body. And this, it's kind of a pinkish brown, and it's called glazing. So we get a nice different color with the markers that we have. Get in between. Just his belly. All right. Then I'm going to come back in with the dark soft suede, and I'm going to be using the nib end. And I'm going to get his ear. I'm going to get this side where the ostrich is. there'd be a shadow. And around. Keep going. Underneath. Under his armpit, his leg, his arm. What am I missing? Oh, his face. His muzzle will be sitting out a little bit more. And oh, around the monkey. Just a little bit. There you go. And I'm going to come back in with the light soft suede and blend that out. Again, around his belly, down by his foot. Oh, on this side of his foot, his toe. Okay, I think we're good. If I missed any, I'm going to come back with the dark petal pink and color in his ear as well. Okay, back with the light. Smooth that in. Just a nice coat all over. I don't know if you can hear it, but my dog's on the floor next to me, looking away at her paws. So apologize for the background noise. Okay. So I'm going to finish up with the bear, and then I will fast forward with the other critters. So enjoy the music. I'll be back in a little bit. Oh, his nose. Let's do his nose. I'm going to do the light basic black and just fill that in. There you go. And did I get everything on the bear? Yes. I kind of want some more pink. You could easily make him into a polar bear, but I don't think that would make much sense with the ostrich and the turtle, but it's up to you. There. All right, we'll leave the bear alone. Let's move on to the ostrich. Now, with the ostrich and the toucan, I stamped them again, colored them, and fussy cut them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them up. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals since they're sitting in the foreground. So I'm going to color this one as well as two others, fussy cut it, and then pop them up. I will also list or let you know what colors I'm using. All the supplies will be down below. And if you want to receive my newsletter, text ANNBIRCHARD, one word, all caps, to the number 22828 to receive my newsletter tips, tricks, and techniques throughout the month. So let me keep coloring with And then I'm going to come back with the dark gray granite, and I'm just going to do dots. I'm going to give him some fur, some texture. Come back with the light. Oops, let's get his forehead and his ears. Come back with the light and smooth it out. Toucan, I do not have an orange, so I'm going to use my Copic, and this is YR07 for his beak. There we go. And for his eye, I'm going to use a light balmy blue just to give it a sparkle there at the very top. Actually, I didn't need to do it on this one because it's going to be covered up. So I'm going to fussy cut this out. And again, I will speed this up because I am not a good fussy cutter. So let's start building this up. I am using soft suede. I've cut it at 5.5, but because this is a gatefold, I am going to score at 2 1/8 on both sides. Set that aside. Fold it in. Use my bone folder. Fold this guy in. Oh, let's remeasure. Two and 1/8. there. Turn it around. 2 and an 8. Nope. Let's grab another piece. So cut at 5 1/2. Score at 2 and an 8. 2, there's a quarter, back it up. And again, 2 and an 8. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to be using for each side very vanilla, and I've cut it at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. So let's go ahead and stamp those, color those, and start assembling that. I'm going to be using the big trees and the sentiment from All of Us. So let me do that one first. And again, still going to use the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Put this up at the top. There you go. And now I'm going to the big tree. Just fill it in. Set that aside, and we'll start coloring it here in a minute. Maybe this little guy up here. Okay. Use my chamois, wipe those off. Now for the inside of the card, I've cut, again, another very vanilla at 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp the little tree down here. And then I can stamp the sentiment, happy, happy birthday, there on the top. There we go. There's the chamois. Set this aside, close this up, because you know I'm going to put my finger in it. Okay, so let's finish coloring. And I'm going to use Old Olive for the leaves. Since it's in the background, I don't need to worry about shadows. I want it to kind of just disappear. It does not need to be out in the forefront. Again, I'm going to speed this up because this is boring. And then I'm going to come in with the light soft suede and finish off the trees. all done. Let's adhere these to the front using Stampin' Seal. I'll put this one on the right side. Make sure it's an even border all the way around. Oh. There we go. And this one on the other side. I want to make sure that the tops are aligned. Okay, and we can put the center in. Put this in the center. All right, I'm going to set this aside and this aside. Bring in my Cut Emboss. Grab some more Berry Vanilla. The largest rectangle from the Stitch So Sweetly die set. Put that in. Crank it through. Now with this, you need the platform number 1, the number 2 shim, number 3, your cardstock, your die cut, and then another number 3. I'm going to set this down. And there we go. What did I do with him? There he is. Okay, so I want these guys to sit right here. So I'm going to make sure I don't put adhesive on the bear's head. There we go. Kind of set them there in the middle. We're good. Now, I have already colored and cut out the toucan and the ostrich. I did not cut out the toucan's legs because I don't have time for that. I'm going to be using the mini dimensionals and strategically placing them on his bill and body, and then on the back of the ostrich. Definitely on his head. Down his body. And then I'm going to bring in my snips again and cut one of these in half so I can put it down his legs and you won't see it on the outside. Oh. And one more down here on the bottom. There we go. Boy, I'm stuck all over. Use your Take a Pick tool to get the release papers off. They just don't want to come off, do they? And then line up the little toucan. You can see his eyebrow and legs appear in the background, so that's good. Take off the release papers. Last one. There we go. Line him up. There you go. Okay, little snail on the back. Oh, wait, not all over, because we want to set this about there. So I want to stop right at the corner of his head right there. So give it some glue. Line him up. Done. I think I'm going to add a little glue on the back of this monkey. There we go. There we go. All right. Well, there you have it. That's a lot of coloring and some fussy cutting. I'm sure you're better at fussy cutting than I am. Please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this channel. And I will see you next week. Hope you have a great day. Bye. Oh, hope you enjoyed this crafting experience with the civil engineer. Gotta put the tagline in. Bye.